That was so dope.
Yo, you know what? It's Why Not Us podcast, and it's your host Ken J. And today, I got somebody very special. She's a very special person, bro. Let the people know who you are, man. Let the people know who you are.
All
Let
right.
them know,
Well, my
man.
name is Genevieve, and I go by Jen. A lot of you know me as Gigi. We have to go way back for that. But yeah, I am here with an actual friend, um, whom I love so dearly, my Kendall. And I'm here to talk about life with you guys. Let's do it.
Yes, let's do it. First of all, thank you for coming to the platform. I appreciate you,
Thanks for having me. I
man.
appreciate
It's
that.
it's always a vibe, you know what I'm saying, when we having a conversation, it's just everything, because you are of love and light. So, you know what I'm saying? So you already know the vibes, man. For real. So how you feeling mentally?
Mentally, I feel good. Crazy. Adulting is much bigger than what we actually think it is. It's really those conversations that goes through one ear and out the other that we've been blessed with. Like, we received a lot of wisdom from our elders over the years about how to deal with life. And hopefully you get to a point to where you're like, oh wow, let me put all this together. So it may sound crazy when I say I feel real good, but I do. I recently lost my father. That doesn't feel good, but it's a part of life when you realize, and it's the unapologetic part, when you realize that life doesn't give an F about anything, anyone, feelings, pain. It doesn't stop, and just like a job, just like anything, you're easily replaced. So you have to find yourself in all of this. You have to have sense of self, and you have to be in control of your emotions. So for me, I just feel like it's a time and place for things, and I'm easily able to turn it off. And being a child of God and being so close and near him, no, I'm not perfect. We're all sinners trying to be good, but I draw near to him often, which I think gives me these good feelings, this good energy, able to get through life without the pain, the hurt, the extra sleep, and I'm gonna say unnecessary sleep, because I have a 6-year-old and he deserves everything, all of me. So yeah, I feel good, and more so understanding that, accepting that, and rolling with it. So great question. I love that you asked that.
Yeah, most definitely. It's very important to just understand how a person is feeling mentally, because we really don't focus on how a person is feeling mentally. We might see a person smile, we might see a
Yeah,
person laugh, but how are they really feeling mentally? So we're accustomed to smiling, we're accustomed to laughing, even if we don't feel like laughing deep down inside. We're just laughing, you know what I'm saying? We're just putting on a mask. For real, it's kind of like, yo, I should laugh, so I'm gonna laugh, you know what I'm saying? I should hide behind how I really feel, so I'm gonna hide. So on this
yeah,
platform, I want people to feel comfortable, I want people to feel at home, and I want people to just breathe and just understand, like, yo, you can really be yourself. You can really
that's
be your
it.
most authentic self. And whatever you feel like, just speak about it, man. Like, if I don't feel good, I'm gonna tell you, listen, I don't feel good. I'm not in the space to have a
Yeah,
conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? So I love you. You're an amazing human. I gotta just let you know you did lose your
thank you.
father. You know what I'm saying? I know how you felt about your dad. So you already know the vibe. You know you can hit me up whenever. You know what I'm saying? Family for
Mhm.
life. Family for
Yes, I
life.
know.
You
I'm
know what I
thankful for
mean?
you.
And I'm
Yeah.
thankful. I'm thankful for you as well. So gratitude is essential. And
You know
we could
me.
tell hey, we could tell the people how, you know what I'm saying, we know each other. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? And,
man.
we could start it off from St. Aug. We can have that
Oh wow.
conversation.
Yeah.
That's a life experience, about college. So you could tell them you was in college at
Let's do
16.
it. HBCU life. Yes. Oh, for sure. Let's talk about it. Well, I met the Kendall. You have always been the same. I will have to say that you've been such a light, such a beautiful person. Um, I don't know if the world is only into energy because the world talks about it socially, but realistically, your energy has always been um, great. You have this magnet about you that draws people. Most people are afraid to talk to people, and if people don't know you, they can be afraid to talk to you, and that lets me know that they're not in tune with themselves because you're such a good person. So you were someone, me coming to college at 15. I was 15 in college. I
15.
was around a lot of older girls, some who had already been in college. Everyone who had been sexually active. So I was a kid. I was a kid trying to figure out everything. Find ways not to get pregnant because that seemed to be the trend, or an STD, you name it. However, if you knew me then, you wouldn't have known that. So it was an interesting place, but I'm glad to have known someone like you. You kept me grounded. I would have to say you, Tarika Foster. I have a few people I can shout out. Mr. Jerry Cooper, I thank him because if it wasn't for him, I probably would have never been able to go to St. Aug. A lot of people don't know that either. Um, Coming from Detroit, the horror stories you hear are real.
Mm.
However, the part that you don't hear that is fake is that it's not a beautiful place. Such a beautiful place. I know y'all see me post it on Facebook all the time or Instagram. Like, it's Detroit. I'm in the hood when I'm posting this stuff. However, it's as cutthroat as they say it is. Like I'm from a place where for people like you to say, "Oh, you're such love, you're such light," it's easy to connect to people like you because I'm from a place where people just think, "Oh, you're grimy, you're this," even though they don't know me. It's just where I'm from. So that was a beautiful thing because my other situations or my other, I have to say, relationships came from people who I'm from Detroit. I know about Detroit. You know what I mean? Or team related, or and I love my sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha, excuse me, but I gained a sisterhood. So um, on a maturity level, I did grow, and you were a part of that, and I'm thankful for that. However, I'm glad for the relationships that I did have, and I think North Carolina was important for me, whether it was for me or not. And I can't really talk about someone else and what they have going on in regards to my niece, but uh, I think that it puts me in places for others. Once you figure out not what your job is, what you want to do, but your purpose, you
Mm-hmm.
serve in this life for God, you
Yeah.
kind of see everything and you move differently. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And everybody else's path, you're able to see their path. So as a person, I'm not one to be a part of that whole crab theory effect. I'm more so on the outside. Like, I'm like, hold on to that rope. I'm gonna pull you on through. But it's more of a rope situation because it's hard to take a person and say, I know what you got to do for you to make it. I got you. Because it's like everybody else in their head, this new society, I can make my mistakes. I'm gonna do this. It's like, baby, those are mistakes. That's just stuff you just don't do. So coming from a place like this is hard, and I know that I'm needed. However, you got to know when it's a time and place for your what did you say? Time. What was your actual statement to me? I'm gonna go back to the text. You said something about time is what?
Time is an illusion.
Time is an illusion. So with that being said, we often think because things are working or you're doing what God wants you to do, that time isn't forever.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? You gotta spread that other places you gotta go. So yeah, not to be kind of random and some of everywhere, but
Be
speaking of
you.
North Carolina, baby, yeah, that's where it's at. So you'll
So
be seeing me soon, a whole lot more.
yeah. Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready for show.
Me too.
Like, I just remember you at St. Aug just being full of love and light. Like for real, I always see you smiling. So that's what I always remember, you smiling. I never seen you not smiling. You were always
Yes.
full of light. You know what I'm saying? You just, I mean, if you having a bad day and you see Gigi, you're gonna have a better day. You know what I'm saying? Because you're
Uh-uh.
gonna be smiling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you was just always that person. Your energy has always been good. It's always been comforting. Um, it's just been, I can't explain it. It's just like home. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, she good
Oh,
peoples. You know what I'm saying? She good peoples. It's like family. You know what I'm saying? Like a soul tribe type energy. You feel what I'm saying? So,
thank you.
man,
Wow.
I'm just proud of you, man. I'm just proud of everything for you. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't
Thank
seen
you.
nothing yet, Gigi.
I know. I'm like, I'm here for it all. I'm here for it all. And it's crazy when God shows you and aligns the universe to show you what's for you, and it's that door is open. You got to get out your head. You got to go for it. I share things on Facebook, but I am not like, I don't share my personal. I'm very protective of my peace and the things that are totally connected to me. Now there are things I'll talk about, and the only time I'm gonna let you know, I'm gonna let you in on something. The only time I'm gonna talk about something, like a lot of people didn't know I teach, it's because a lot of people on my Facebook, I teach their kids. You know what I mean? And I love what I do. So it's kind of like, cool to kind of post it versus it being,
Yeah,
word of mouth or ear. So that I could talk about because I'm sure you hear about it. But if it's anything else, like, nah.
that's the
Uh-uh.
energy right there. That's the
And I
energy,
like to
man.
give people the opportunity to make money and to get themselves out there, whether people like it or ask for it or not. I do put that out there, but I'm not a Facebook junkie like most people. And if it does look junky-ish, it's because I get paid. So
Say it
pay
again.
attention to what I post. I said if it looks junky-ish, babe, I get paid.
For
That's
sure.
all my social medias.
Yeah, she most definitely get paid. She most definitely doing her
Mhm.
thing on social media. So, man, just life in general is just like we so quick to just want to get to where we going. We don't really respect the journey or the process, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like we gotta understand the journey, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the beauty of it, the journey, you know what I'm saying? The journey, the journey, the journey. So now I'm more in tune with myself, and
Mhm.
so I'm more aware, and it's like I don't have control of nothing outside of Kendra.
That's right.
So with that being said, I can't control how a person reacts to me. I can't control monkeypox. I can't control COVID. I can't control death. I can't control the weather. I can't control nothing. So it's like I can't control none of that. So why focus on the things that I can't control?
Go
So
talk to Jazz, baby.
so so what I can control is me. And you know what I'm saying? I just gotta give love and light. You know what I mean? I just gotta give love and light. I gotta just be a light. I just gotta give hope. I gotta just add to people instead of depleting people, because a lot of people like to deplete people, and a lot of people like to wear masks to see what they can get out of you. See, I read people.
Yes.
I read people. I read people. I don't really get close to people like that. You know what I'm saying? I keep them back there because you know what I'm saying. So many
No,
people have.
talk about that. Press pause. Talk about that because so a lot of people don't understand why certain people are certain ways. And I'm gonna put it like this. It's the B. It's the B. Okay, so I'm gonna put it like this. Oftentimes, everybody thinks they're so real, but if you have to turn that off and turn it on, it's not real. You're being a character. That's why people call people clowns and come up with these crazy names and words. If like some people have to put on a whole outfit and everything just to be something. Like I remember in school, my personality, the way my personality is, my bubbliness, my annoyingness, my craziness, it was I was told I was dramatic, right? Girl, you are so dramatic. You're this, you're that. But I'm genuinely myself. However, my whole personality is a huge social media trend. Everybody gets to act this way. Rappers, you name it. They're not crazy. They're not weird. They're not dramatic. They love it and they get paid off of it. So it comes a point to where people pick and choose. I'm talking about that because people pick and choose who they want to respect, who they want to be cool with, who they want to pump up, put on, and you're supposed to be okay with that. Whether I call you a sister or family or a brother, anything, real is real, and I don't have to substitute my feelings because you're able to easily substitute yours. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy. I'm not calling you crazy. I'm not saying anything. I'm still a beautiful person where I'm gonna say, hey, how you doing? If I see you in need, I definitely know me. 9 times out of 10, I got your back. However, your energy is not welcome to be mixed with mine. So I
Mm-mm.
have to feed you with a long-headed spoon. Have to say hey from here. I'm
Yeah.
cordial. It doesn't mean I'm a horrible person, and
Yeah.
it doesn't mean I don't love you, but I don't have to like you or what you represent or how you choose to be. Because
Yeah.
being yourself it's not hard. You get one version of yourself. And you choose to be someone else or like someone else. When you can figure that shit out for you. Excuse my language.
Nah, you ain't gotta excuse your language, be bruh. You good. You good. We having a real conversation, and it is what it
I
is. And
ain't
people don't want to hear shit. They just click off. But I really agree with you. Like, it's kind of like everybody that gets attracted in my life, right? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's popcorn. Pop in, pop out. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can't handle me. Everybody can't handle my energy. Everybody can't handle who I am as a being. And I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that because everybody that comes across me, they either taught me a lesson or I taught them a lesson. So every experience, I'm grateful for the experience because I had got wisdom from it and I learned from it. So instead of being mad at the relationships I was in and how a person hurt me and how this person did this to me, I'm like, yo, now it's like now I get what happened. So I had to go through all those things to understand who I am as a person to really get to my most authentic self. Because at the end of the day, I am me. You know what I'm saying? I'm of
yeah.
greatness. You know what I'm saying? I'm of love and light. So that's the only vibe I'm on. Like when you're not a really on love and light with light, I could feel it. So it doesn't
You
matter what
also
you say. It doesn't.
you
I
know
see it.
when you become an adult and you're not matter of fact, it don't matter what you do. You could be a dancer, a stripper, you could teach, it doesn't, you could rap, you can sing, or you cannot do nothing.
Yeah.
Someone's going to always have something to say wrong about you. But I'm going to tell you this one: when you're a good person, no matter what you do, so many people are going to have so much good to say. That person will venture off and feel like they have to know you again, and they forget they owe you an apology. They forget who they were to you, and instead of them being genuine, just say, hey, that's what's up, because you probably just want to say hi at the end of the day, but don't force yourself to feel like you have to be my friend.
Yeah.
That's not
That's
how life
it.
works.
That's
That's what I'm saying. Don't force yourself to feel like you got to do this and you're really itching to find something negative because all these people said this and I know, when really at the end of the day, I'm really a good person. Everybody says I am, but it's just you and whoever else you recruited to not like me. And at 9 times out of 10, if we do have issues and there are negative issues, guess what? You may be one of my triggers. People heal, but remember, we have triggers. People need to realize sometimes you are a trigger. You are a trigger. I had a situation. I'm glad this is live because sometimes you can't say stuff to people. People talk so good and they talk so loud and they talk over you. And I'm the type of person where I don't like conflict. I might start to stutter because I don't want you to feel disrespected. But if we can't have this conversation, it's not me shutting down. I understand we're not going to get anywhere. You have to say what you got to say, and that's just what it is. So I had a situation. And since we're live, I'm going to talk about some real stuff. A lot of people know this if they've been around me, and I had to let them know what it is. But I guess I'm telling the world now. Um, Nipsey Hussle said some of the realest shit. It's in one of his songs called oh my God, please, please, rap world, don't be mad at me. I am still blind and senses, but I know how to rap the song. But just because we're on right now, I'm like being put on
You
front. But
good.
it's
You
called,
good.
I think it's called Double Up.
Yeah, double
And
up.
he said, was you born in the 80s? Did your mama smoke cocaine? So I'm from Detroit. If you ever look at those documentaries, this is versus what I'm telling you. If you ever look at those documentaries, they always talk about Detroit being one of the biggest places where the kingpin sat and just basically destroyed its people. Well, if I'm an 80s baby, I'm telling you, from Detroit, we grew up fucked up and poor. Doesn't mean we were fucked up. Our parents went through some shit, crazy shit. So while this world is flowing and their parents are twerking, my mama like, I don't even want to know Facebook. Now that she's healed and she's happy and she's okay now. But I'm a product of what everybody thinks Detroit is. So I grew up poor. I grew up homeless. We grew up like poor from what you can really like just fucking imagine. So for me, my mindset is probably totally different from most girls, just period. Not just being in the city of Detroit, where if you grow up with curves and certain things, you easy to go make you some money. That's the mindset. That's how my family would talk to me. I'm gonna be real with you. And it was very few like, you gonna go and be somebody. They believed in what I wanted. I come from a world where you see how society does these women and everybody's lit now and colorful. That's my city. That's what Detroit has always been. And it wasn't botching, that's just been females' bodies here. Like we never understood the hype for Florida, Texas women, because if you come to Detroit, you don't need sun. This is us. You get different flavors. Like everybody's fly, everybody's this. So to grow up in a world where you're not materialistic, you're comfortable with being you, and being you is a problem. For me to go to school at this time in high school, right? I came back to Michigan as a young girl. My mom and that's when she was beating her battle, at that time with the war on drugs. And we were living in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So I've always had this mindset where I got to get out of here. Like, if I can get to this point and I can do it, and I knew I could do it before, and this is before kids were going to school, college at 11 and 12. I'm like, if I can just be able to sign papers or be able to do this, because my mom ain't gonna sign me over to no government to go fight nobody war. I'm like, I just gotta get out of here. That was my mindset. So when I was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, I actually got AT'd out of all Detroit public schools. I went to Cleveland. It was a huge fight, and I got AT'd. So my mom ended up taking me to Highland Park. That was as far as we could go. She never drove. So Highland Park ended up accepting me. We had to sign all this extra stuff because I wasn't someone that anybody would want in their schools at that time. Let's just say that. So I ended up going to Highland Park. And if you've ever been to Highland Park, to all my Detroit people, HP people, then you know what I'm about to say. When you from Detroit, you don't care. You wherever you gotta send me, I'm there. You don't care. It's the people around you. So you have to deal with people that will try to bully you. It doesn't mean you're scary. I need you to have a reaction. So being so young, I learned that being so nice and being so quiet, people want to see, can you be angry? Can you be mad? Can you have a reaction? So by the time we went to Wisconsin, I never went to middle school. I couldn't legally be a graduating senior, but they put me in the 11th grade, and I tutored. And I made money after school in a CLC, a Computer Learning Center program. That's when I got introduced to open gym. I did open gym because it kept me away from home longer. It just would be open till about 10, at night or whatever. So I would do that. Um, And I want to say that was my first real experience with basketball, being up close and personal outside of my sister playing it and just having to be there in practice or whatever, seeing it and people caring. And that was like the flow. It was like I knew when I left training and tutoring these people, and some of the guys I tutored in school, they played in open gym, so they'll want me to come. Um, I will go there. Now, when we moved back to Michigan, my sister and my cousin Angel, God rest her soul, they came and got us. We coming back to Michigan, I got accepted into Renaissance High School, and I remember being there that first week. I've Okay, I'm friendly and happy. Can you imagine me as a kid being friendly and happy? Like super, okay,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it was hard trying to be friendly with teachers and kids, and everybody had like this stuck up mentality, like, man, like it I felt so unimportant. I
Mm.
felt like the way I was being treated, like you don't have a chance. Like that was the flow. And I knew I had a chance, but I never felt like, shouldn't we have something to prove first? So with my grandmother, I would complain to her and she didn't want to hear it, she would say, right? That was my best friend. That's still my best friend. And I began a search for my real father. My sister's father raised me. Okay. But when I got old enough, I'm like, you know what? With everything that was going on at home with my mom, I'm like, you know what? Where is my daddy? So I started looking for my dad. And I found out he went to Central High School. So Central High School just so happened to be down the street from my grandmother's apartment over on Chicago Boulevard, in Linwood. So I was just like, Granny, I don't really feel like I belong here. And there's a school closer. You don't have to drive all the way over here. You can, I can walk, So she was like, you know what? Let's go see this school. Took me to the school. And I was a very intuitive kid. I was very smart. So when I talked to my grandmother and the fact that she'd tell me, don't do this, don't do that, I wouldn't do it. Like, Granny, look, this is the result of me not doing it. So she was fascinated with that. Like, I can't get my kids to listen. I can't get nobody to listen but you. So we had a good relationship. We still do. And I remember us going to Central High School. We went through the walls. The school was so small. It was no Renaissance. It was like a skinny, every hall was skinny. And I was dramatic, even more dramatic at that time. I'm like, Granny, I can't breathe in here. You know what? This is a mistake. She was like, I don't want to hear it. I'm about to walk you to your class. You in this school, you lock her across from the office. Like, you hear, I don't want to hear her little butt walking down the halls like, you're done. And I'm just like, what did I get myself into? And it wasn't until my freshman year, I got into all whatever academically that my heart desired, I got into. But it was my sophomore year when I went from like 4 to 5, 6, right? So I guess, and then being slimmer at that time, I looked taller. So walking past the gym, Uncle Dot and them like, hey, why you not walking in this gym, And I'm like, I don't know. So I got kind of forced into playing basketball. I never played before, but that team, Coach Curry, Coach Green, they were very great at building students of substance, which is what originally attracted me to Alpha Kappa Alpha. Coach Green's in Alpha Man. So just to kind of be up under them, being taken home, and just to hear, their life that was so good outside of this. I knew I was going to be at somebody's HBCU. I knew I was going to pledge Black. I knew, so I'm thankful for those instances. And then, and I want to go back to what we originally was talking about, triggers. So I remember, and I'm telling you about my life. My life was hard. You know what I mean? Because during my going towards my 10th grade year, when everyone thought I was with my mom, I ended up getting an apartment in that building she was in. Right, my grandmother helped me. I have her name, so it worked out. And at that time, double D's definitely helped. I didn't have to do nothing strange for no change, but in that person's eyes, I looked 18, so it worked. And I end up I have the same teacher. You pretty much, when you're in an honors program, you keep the same teacher your full 4 years in high school. And this teacher, I absolutely admired. On the outside looking in, like I just loved how she was, who she was. She was shout out in school, I'm from the D, I'm from these streets. But I looked at her and she didn't look like she was from these streets. She didn't talk like she was from these streets unless she had to get with us. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, oh my God. Like, I was not on no gay shit, but I was in love with this woman. Like, yes, woman. I'm not seeing too many women in my life that's about that life. You understand? My grandma. So I can't look at my grandma that like, because that's granny, but it's like, wow, look at her. And then we had some other beautiful teachers, Miss Knowles, Miss Anderson. I'm like, they really about this life. But it was her that I actually would focus on, to the point to where I always felt like, I don't think she knew this, but I cared about how she was and what she thought. And you're an honors teacher, so you know stuff. That the way she chose to push me, it wasn't pushing me in my head at that time. I saw how she pushed other people. And being someone that used school, athletics, and everything as an escape route, and I have to get ridiculed, and to the point to where I'm actually talking about I'm trying to fight a teacher at school. That ain't even me. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. It created something in me, whereas it was that first instance where I felt it doesn't matter about the people that's going to try and hold you back. It's also going to be the people that's supposed to help you get where you got to go. People are going to teach you how not to be. I didn't know that at that time, but I didn't understand it during, the situations, the altercations. Like, this is supposed to be a peaceful place. I'm using this platform to get out of here. Do you know what I'm trying to leave from? Why is it that I can do better and I get this grade, but this person paper compared to mine, they get an A because they ain't really been working hard and they finally giving you what they want. So in my head, being a person that could think like that at that age, I created this version of me where I'm like, you know what? I have to go about life unapologetically, because everybody and everything is against me. That whatever I choose to do, or however I am, how I choose to be, it really bothers people. That if you don't see that I'm a child that needs help, and at that time, and you are more so hindering me, and my grades, this is my transcript, this is my ticket, it was things. So to grow up and to become, a woman of substance and something, you know, different, and having had counseling, these are things that I hope people take steps for themselves, especially before you decide to bring children into this world. No matter what, everybody want to be married and people make it look good, but we all try and plan stuff, but life happens. You just got to know how to deal with it. You got to do what works for you, not what other people think, how they feel. That ain't your life. You can't do nothing with how nobody else feel. So I found myself trying to find peace with everything. And I learned later, I want to say it was during college, that that teacher had become a trigger for me. So not only am I being redirected at home of what I should do, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Which isn't good at all. You understand? You should never want a child to just do this and think they're going to be okay in life. Or be comfortable with the idea of a man just gonna come and take care of you. Like, okay. And that man gets hurt or die. What have you done? Have you secured the bag so y'all can be okay? You know what I mean? Like, do you save? Do you? So I just, I learned that that person was a trigger. And people would try and say, oh, you're being a certain way, you overthink things. I don't overthink things. This conversation only happens a certain way with certain people, and when those certain people, and it's always like that, then you realize if we're going to go back into forcing relationships, you don't have to force a relationship. High and by
Facts.
should be enough. You are a
Facts.
trigger, my friend. It's not a secret that sisterhood is wonderful over here. I'm great over here. This is great over here. And these are people I've known my whole life, people I've met new. This is a whole new system over here. You get what I'm saying? It's no secret that that's happening, but just with you, or when I'm with you and the people that you hang with, I'm this, or you know what I mean, or my light shines so bright that you're now coming around and you being funny. Now I'm acting funny, you saying that, but obviously my energy ain't liking you and you feeling the disconnect. There's a
Facts.
disconnection.
Facts.
Accept it. Accept
Facts.
it. And
Facts.
I'm
That's
gonna be specific on some things. You owe me money. You sell things. Why everybody else can get their shit but me? And then you got a problem with the way I come at you. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that because when you're a mother, you're not taking from me. You're taking from my child. I don't have to support shit because I'm not forcing the soul to do anything for me. That's
facts.
crazy. But life is definitely what the hell you make it. And you got to recognize those triggers and realize life is good. Like even talking about certain things, the energy in my body changes, and
Yeah.
especially, and some people say, hey, you haven't gotten over certain things. If this is like this, yeah, you have. Women and men are created differently. I learned so much about men having a son. They're not as dumb as we think they are. They're dumb. They're naturally dumb. They're not as equipped as us. I'm just gonna be honest. However, my son tests high, but they're missing a lot of screws in areas. But we're all equally yoked. It can work, whether it's friendship, relationship, whatever. You can make it work, but without the ridicule. That's
Yeah.
life for you. Without
Yeah.
the ridicule. The way my son loved me, I realized just the way he loves me, it's a natural love, right?
Yeah.
It's unapologetic. That's why I love my sister's father. I grew up believing that was my father. He loved me because he didn't feel sorry for me. He loved me because he loved me. So as
Mm.
people, we recognize real love, and some people get so comforted. Some people get so used to, and addiction is everything. Get addicted to, whether bad or good, whether we want to or not, this type of love, and they think that's what it is. So they don't know how to accept it. They don't know what it is. So when they don't know how to accept it, they only want to get it the way other people is getting it. So that means they really can't give it either. And these become um real. My son wants to give me a hug, y'all. Come on, baby. And these become
Josiah.
real nasty, fake, toxic relationships. Say hi, baby. Yes, what?
Do you remember that day?
What
Saturday before you picked me up?
Yes, baby.
I want to go to that Coney Island.
I can hear you. You can talk. You want to go to that Coney Island?
That promise you went to.
You
Okay.
talk,
If that's where your
Josiah.
man-
You good?
Wait,
Girl,
Hey,
look, and
well, what's
this is a
up?
man for you. See how they pull your
Well,
face
what's
and
up?
head? They don't know no better. Come here.
can I show you the video?
No, I know where. We can definitely go when we leave here, okay? Where did Jazzy go?
I think she went. Oh, she working out.
She is? All right. You gonna go work out?
And mom, guess
Take this
what?
water. Yes, Papas.
I know you don't want me to go to Caden's. I know you don't.
You want to go to Caden's?
Mhm.
All right.
Yay!
I'll think about it, though.
You don't think about
Who's
it.
this? Who's this on the phone?
That's Auntie Kendall.
Hey, Auntie Kendall.
You
What's
gonna
good? You ready for tomorrow? Me and you.
Man,
you
he
just
called
said
Dad. He's
I
like,
saw
Daddy,
you."
tomorrow.
I can't wait.
I know.
I can't wait
baby.
either.
Yeah.
Don't kick the door. You
Big
wanna
energy.
let
Let's
it
go.
Oh.
I love it. We're gonna have
Okay.
listen. That's the energy. That's the energy right there. Let's go, baby.
And that's my point. Like, he loves cars. He knows he don't want dents. We have to get a car wash every day. But boys, there's a disconnection with
Yeah, boys
common
just
sense, y'all. Like, train up a child
impulsive.
So he can,
They can be impulsive boys.
yeah. And it's a time and place for those things, like I tell you, like I have a son, and I'll be crazy to make him calm down, you know. And I have to teach him it's a time and place for things. Like I learned something. I'm not gonna lie. I learned this from cops, black cops online, trying to help us be more comfortable and raise up our black boys in a way to where when they do connect with the police, you know, they are, in so many words, best behaved. Where they come home to mama safe, and they're not feeling like a threat, and to put themselves in a position to where they're not feeling threatened, even if they are, and it's the proper things to say. So some of those things were the words tighten up. I don't care where I'm at. When I tell my son to tighten up, I don't care what he's doing. He could be in the middle of a dance move. He stop. Soldier mode. Tighten up. I need you to know how to be in public, and I need for you to know how to turn it off. Because that's one of our biggest things. The fact that we're not allowed to be free like other races. And I'm not talking about all races, other races, because some are so mixed well with that pale that they get off better too. So for me, or now, if you look a certain way, just as long as that skin ain't too dark for them to make a mark. So listen, I ain't trying to rhyme, but I'm just being real right now. Like, I do tell my son to tighten up when we go places. It's a time and place for a kid to be a kid, and yes, kids will be kids. Um, I before we leave every morning, I am adamant on knowing what my son wants, and this was something that was reiterated to me by a past trigger, letting me know to let your son just be him. Let him be him. Of course, you're gonna have influence, but let him be him. So, every morning I let him play his piano. That's how I really get him up. No kid really wants to wake up. I wake him up happily, whether it's the breakfast that makes him up, and I had a syrup hitting it so he can smell all of it, you know, or I have music playing, but I have his favorite things on, like Michael Jackson or something. He'll wake up to it and he's happy. Or I say things like, because he's gonna get into a life to where you're gonna have to be okay with silence. So I wake him up and I let him know, like, let's go, Joe. And sometimes that ultimatum is, hey, you get up now, you get some piano time. You don't, we're rushing, and we just gotta go. You may not get your favorite things for lunch, you know. So he's like, oh, I get to play the piano, you know, can I play it first? Absolutely. That, you know, gets him out of bed. So that literally changed over the years to me just waking him up, or, you know, the time where usually he's in my bed anyway by the morning. Like, he starts in his room, but as soon as he got to pee or something, I don't care if the alarm goes off in 3 minutes, he's coming to my room. So as soon as I move, he's up and he hits the piano. So that's like both of our peace now. You know what I mean? And he's so calm and he's so inquisitive. Even if it's mornings where he don't feel like it, he's a calm young man. You get what I'm saying? And he can express himself. It's to the point to where people really expect kids to have it all, even when they have it all, you know. I'm very adamant on being involved outside of just being an educator. I am that parent. And just in the morning, my son is like, hey, good morning. You know, he'll have, especially in the wintertime, he has his gloves on. They wear gloves due to COVID season. He wants to dab elbow. Good morning. Hey, you know, and sometimes adults stare at him, just stare at him. And as a mom, I am that mom. Like, hey, he said good morning. No elbow, say it back. You know, hey, you know. So it's also those times where there's a situation, and I've been that parent where they're like, Josiah, I've never seen him like this, and my only words is, did you talk to him? Well, Mom, the protocol. I said, but we're humans. Did you talk to my son? Because right now he's probably feeling some type of way. He is a man. He probably feels some type of way. He probably feel undermined, and that's your relationship with him. Because I don't want to be called all day. That's how I am. And I get there, I said, no, just hold tight. And I get there, and it'd be all this stuff the teacher's saying. And finally called Josiah. I was like, hey, Joey. I'm like, you mind if I talk to him in front of you? Like, you just say nothing for a sec? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, hey, I'm like, something happened today. He's like, yeah, Mom, something happened. I'm like, what happened? He'll tell me. And she'll look like, well, Josiah, why didn't you just tell me that? And I'll say to her, I said, why didn't you just ask him? See, now you're expecting him to be something more. You get what I'm saying? Like, like my son may not understand how to handle this, and that's where he learns how to learn from you. There's a disconnection in our community right now. You know, I had to pull my son out of a school because he's overly educated to where he's her helper. That's not what he's going to school for.
Facts.
Every other kid is learning but my child. That's not okay. So then I sent him to another school where he's well over equipped. But guess what? He gets to sit in the first grade class and go reading with second graders, and then go and join story time with the fifth graders in the library. You know what I mean? Even though I know now he's going to be with a certain teacher second grade. However, as a parent, you gotta know what to do with your child. It's crazy. It's hard. It's not as easy for some as it is for most. And when you're in tune, you got to be in tune. I'm never worried about the kids and the stuff that happened in school. I have a kid that talked to me. I'm never worried about what other kids go through and my son hearing about it and things like that. And if people don't believe, there's different, being a teacher and having a kid who's been in different districts, school districts, or private school and public school, there's a difference in regards to the communities these kids are being raised into. So my son was at a public school. Well, it was like one of the top testing public schools, right? Whereas it was wonderful. I'm like, oh wow, this is just amazing. Like, you would have thought I was paying bread for everything, you know, the way everything works. And I said, you know what? I teach for private schools. He gets to go free because I teach for private schools. And I always wanted my child to go to private schools. And I'm looking at all the stuff they got. And my son goes there. And I'm telling you all of these things, right? Like, he goes into a first grade class, even though he's kindergarten. He reads with them. He goes here. He goes there. He's in a technology class. You technically can't be in a technological class during the school year. I think it's fifth grade and older, that, you know, intertwines with technology, robotics and stuff. But he is.
I love
he comes home. But wait, he comes home and he's like, Mom, this little boy was looking at me when I was peeing. Never had no situations like this at EPS, okay? All right? Understand, I didn't mean to say to yell out districts, but I ain't never had no situation. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, Mom, I didn't like that. And I told the teacher, and she wanted me to accept his apology, but I don't, because you just don't do that.
Facts.
Also lets me know my son chooses to be alpha male, and all of this, whatever that's going on that y'all patting on the back, we not about to do that. Not at a time where he's easily sponged. Does that make sense? I'm a girl. I had the cutest girlfriend in college, Costa Rican chick. I loved her. I had girlfriends. I'm not biased. So a lot of people don't understand how I am. I have a son. That's his life. I'm not raising him to be open to both. I'm raising a man. And if he chooses to come to Mom and say, hey, Mama, listen, this is me, I get to love him more because this world isn't. You understand me? But I'm raising a man, and he chooses to be a man. And my son has never been taught anything. You see his mama? You see me? You see I'm a girl. So when he sees a man with nails on, that bothers him. We don't have conversations about that. Neither is he around. He's not in grown-ups' mouths. That bothers him. And this world has this thing where they're like, oh, it's because this child seen something. He ain't seen a damn thing. He's seen his mom. So you're telling me I'm supposed to let my son be in a world with men wearing nails just so that he can understand it? That's not for him to understand as a child. He needs to understand right from wrong. He needs to understand why he's not accepted as a Black boy in this world. My son, y'all saw how light he is, but don't ever call him light-skinned. That bothers him. He's Black. I never taught him that. My mom is chocolate. My family is mostly chocolate. My father, this is who my son looks like, his father and my father. That's as light as it got in my life. So that whole light skin thing, I'm from Detroit. We love the different shades of black. So it's being at that school and to go to this private school, they're calling a white boy. He ain't never been told no shit like that in his life. He has his little back ponytail. We do have slick hair. I can't. He has to have his hair has to breathe. Y'all black protective styles for your girl or your boy. You have to. We have black hair. So I can't. My son doesn't wear ponytails anymore because he's at school. He's a girl. Because he's not allowed. Nobody's talking to their kids about things. But we could talk to them about men liking men and men wearing nails. But we can't talk about kids being kids. Different shades of black boys, different styles, different things. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you see what this world focuses on? Do you see how they condition our children at such a young, innocent, intricate age? It was other things too that I noticed. The curse words. He was singing a song, and I said, "Baby, what you?" So you just cursed, Joe. He was like, "What did I say?" He didn't even know it was a curse word. He said, "That's a curse word?" I said, "Yes." And then I played some of the unX-rated music that we actually listen to that may have a curse word or two in it, like some Bruno Mars or something. He was like, "Oh," and now he's like, "Mom, please play the non-curse words, what is it, the uncensored?" You know the words. He's like, "Mom, play the uncensored, please. Play the uncensored." You know, it's, and he wouldn't have known that. Not saying he shouldn't know, like the world is going to teach him things, but why does my 5-year-old at that time need to know what a curse word is? Mama curse, but he ain't hearing it from
Hey,
mama.
see, I got a whole different perspective about curse words. You know, I
But he
don't even.
learning it from a 5-year-old. Wait, he ain't
Oh,
hearing from an adult, Ken. He ain't
no,
hearing from a song.
I'm just talking about kids in general.
You can
Like
take it. Go.
I don't
Oh,
look at curse words as like a negative.
Mom, do we still
Negative.
have those four-piece, the 4-piece clovers, like the ones that make you lucky? Do we still have those?
they have to grow, baby.
Oh.
They'll be back next spring. But please take your chips. You may go. I love you.
I love that.
I love you.
It's like a
love
big tip. Oh, I can see some kids right there.
Go hoop. But don't take those chips with you, and take the sanitizer here. Hands. And give this to Jazzy. Tell her to keep this. Please don't put your hands in your face. I love you.
Can I bring my toys and stuff?
You're going to play basketball. You can get them when you're done. Shut the door.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll be.
Yes, sir. All right.
So see, I love, you know what I'm saying, having like listening to, you know, having, you know, listen to you have a conversation and everything like that. But my perspective is different, but that's cool, you know what I'm saying? About like cuss words and stuff. I look at them as colorful words. That's how I look at it, is colorful words. I don't look at
colorful language. That's what we call it.
Yeah, so I don't look at it like a word is a word. That's how I just look at it. And I don't look at it like that. I don't look at it in a negative sense. I just look at it like it's a word, you know what I'm saying? But everybody just differently.
But you see that I curse, right?
Yeah.
Right? So I don't look at it in a negative sense, but I got, and I'm not saying you're saying I do or anything.
Oh no.
I'm glad you brought that up. The world portrays it in a negative sense. To something, you know, about my son. You guys are very intricate together. He loves music.
Yes.
You wanted him to hear your jingle, and he stood there like annoyed. I can't hear it. I'm over there jamming because I can hear, I know, but he's so in tune with music, he can't hear it. So for him to hear curse words, not from mama, not from daddy, who curse in his music, everything. Like if you look at him, you're like, girl, he like a damn Migo. Like you're like, oh no, like, are you serious? It's not that. It's just when kids are innocent and precious, as a parent, the world is gonna give them everything. But when they're this young, you have a right to protect them from the negative aspects, because that's how it's gonna be portrayed to them. However, if I didn't stop that and he sung that song in school, I can imagine the teachers coming to me. Your son was cursing. He had to know that that's a bad word. They wouldn't have known that he didn't know that that's a bad word. He can't say it. So for him to learn, oh, that's a bad word. Innocent music. Why would they do that to music? That was his response. What does that word mean? That you, as a kid who don't know, what does it mean? I had to tell him what it meant. Even though we use it and it's fun and it's cool for us for a kid, yeah, I'm gonna keep using it. Understand that, but not for a kid. He like,
See,
oh,
but see, I don't have
enjoy the
listen.
music.
Hey, I don't have no problem with a kid using a cuss word expressing themselves. I have no problem with that. Like my nephew get mad and he used a curse word. I don't care if he used a curse word, but he knows the time and the place to express himself. If he use a curse word, he use a curse word. So that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? From my perspective, you know what I'm saying? That's how everybody try to look at it. You know, like the world try to make it seem like it's negative, but me, like, bruh, like you would express yourself this way, but you know, if you at school, you can't say it. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't use colorful words a lot, but if my nephew gets mad and he's expressing himself and he says a colorful word,
No, that's a boy
he,
for you.
yeah,
Unless the parents are really just, and then a lot of people don't realize if you don't have a certain environment for your child, or and this
yeah,
isn't what they're growing up into, the neighborhood, the church, everything,
yeah,
then you're not gonna have that full control. Because I have a son that will say, now that he know colorful language, he's like, Mom, like me and him would just be like when the tree fell on the house and I had to make sure it was together before he came home. He was like, Mom. He said, Mom, I'm sorry. Can I please? He said, I'm gonna say a curse word. I said, Joey, say what you gotta say. He was like, Mom, this sucks. This really sucks. Now, he doesn't know. I didn't tell him all the curse words, but he now hear things and he's like, Mom, this sucks so damn bad. I'm like, oh God, no, all right, we're done now. But it's like, oh my God. So yeah, I do believe with you saying that it's a boy for you. And there's no
yeah.
telling what his dad is saying, when because they're making music together. That's a boy. I know if I had a girl, she's gonna be nailed up. She ain't gonna have nails. She's gonna be pretty though. You know what I mean? That's my
Yeah,
little self. So I can only
yeah,
imagine him with his dad. So I have to leave room for that. And I think so many women who aren't with the father. Ooh, I love that we're talking about life. I think so many women who aren't with the father, they really want to control things. And then if a man has another child already and that's been a flow, they're automatically assuming that that's what you're gonna do, right? And it's like, listen, when that baby ain't Goo Goo and Gaga, and you ain't gotta give them when I ain't gotta worry about and I ain't pumping, and you just you done passed on my milk. I don't
yeah,
care what you do. Do you
yeah,
realize all the time I have? Come get this kid. Come get your kid. Women
yeah.
are like, they want a person to be. They don't know if he a criminal. No offense. I'm not saying your kid should be around a criminal. But I'm saying they don't know nothing. Kids bring out the best of anybody. However, there are situations if the man is using a kid against you or hurting you, but eventually some of that malicious shit will die down. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you can't be angry. You can't keep that energy. Come get this
facts,
kid. Hey, do right
facts,
and work, because he gonna be straight.
facts,
Like,
facts.
and it's a boy. Give them their daddy. Listen, his daddy got a nose ring, all types of shit. He come home like, Mama, why does my dad have a nose ring? I said, Joey, that's something you ask your daddy. He didn't have a nose ring when I met him. Okay. He's like, Mom, I talked to my dad, so he takes it out, when we're around. But now he's like, yep, that's my own dad's swag. That's his thing. I ain't getting no nose ring, Mom. I'm getting tattoos, but I ain't getting no nose ring. Like, oh, okay. I'm like, why you
Yes.
want to get tattoos? But last year, tattoos are useless, Mom. Why do you have them? This is my son. So it's crazy. Kids are interesting. Love them.
Yeah, most definitely. You most definitely gotta love, you know what I'm saying? Like with my nephew, being who I am, my sexual orientation and everything, I really never had a conversation with him about that until he started asking me questions. Um,
That
and
part,
he
yes.
told me, like, Auntie, I'm not a part of the LGBT community. He said, I'm straight.
I
I said, bruh, I know you straight or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, but I love you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like he had a whole conversation with me. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? Like we don't talk about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But if he asked me a
You,
question, I keep it 100 with him. You know what I'm saying? He loved me. He love people and he know that people are different, you know what I'm saying? But he don't even see people kissing or nothing like that. He ain't never seen me kiss nobody or you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, or you know what I mean? But
So social events can the Pistons, they had a Pride Day. You know, I'm always at the Pistons games.
yeah.
I didn't know that. You know, certain people are like, and it's funny because in my family, they're like, why would you take him to that? I'm like, first off, I didn't know it was. I said, and second off, I'm actually glad. Like, this is, unfortunately, he's only 6. If this is what's happening now in 10 years, when he wants to go out by himself with his friends, I need for him to know how to conduct himself. Whether y'all agree with this or not, I said it was a good experience for the both of us. He found himself trying to make every girl with their girlfriend, his girlfriends, you know, like he was so fascinated. He's 6. At that time, he was 5. It was colors everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the pride colors, and the girls had their hair in it, and you know, pretty in the mug. He was just between them, like, Mom, I love them. And they're just, you know, blushing. They didn't give him a feeling like, oh, we don't like boys, little boy. It was
Yeah.
none of that. It was men that was like dressed up, and I was like, hi, you know, going past, and Joe was like, hi, he looks scary. The girls was laughing because, you know, and it was like, and then they were laughing like, oh my God, he don't know, Mom. Like, you know, like, it's okay. You know, like, and it was just like a moment for him. He was like, Mom. And at the end of the day, he wasn't rude about anything. He saw, I think he saw 2 girls kiss each other. He was like, Mom, that's not what girls do. I said, well, Joey, I said, you know what? I said, that's not what Mom does. I said, that's not what you want to do. I said, guess who you're in control of your life? I said, these people want to do what they want to do here. I said, you're going to see that a lot. He said, but I don't ever want to kiss a boy. I said, Joey, then don't you ever kiss a boy. I said, guess what? Your daddy ain't never kissed a boy either. I said, your daddy kissed me. And he was like, oh, okay. You know, so, like when kids express to you things, yeah. And so that for me was a good experience. And then I have a friend who is trans, and she's like, she straight up told me like, oh, I love your son, he's beautiful. And I was like, I told her, I said, I can't wait for him to meet you. I've been knowing him since I was a kid, you know. And he was the first one to tell me like, no, I wouldn't want your son to meet me, not like this. I said, you don't, she said, you don't confuse your child. She said, you're gonna confuse him. I said, what do you mean? I said, she said, you don't confuse him. I said, when he get older, you introduce me. When he's older, I love you, friend. Boundaries. I said, oh. So for her, and then like just having had been out with her, more men turned their heads for her than me. I'm gonna tell you now. And I was in a situation where we were at a bar, and this guy, this guy was into me. He was, I'm gonna buy you and your girl drinks. Now the guy that was into me, one of his peoples came over. He was with a group of guys, and the guy was hitting on her. He didn't know what Erica was, of course, but he wasn't rude about it. He still continued to hit on Erica. I shouldn't have said her name. Oh God. But anyway, okay. It's okay. That's my
I didn't
thing.
see nothing.
Okay.
I ain't hear
But
no name.
anyway, it's okay. But anyway, my other friend decided to have a conversation with me on the side about it. And I'm gonna call him a friend because he wasn't rude. But I let him know that us talking about someone else, I understand you have concerns. I understand you want this to be a safe space for you. I said, but this is a conversation you should have with her. So we took the party outside to the parking lot. You know me, I'm always here for some insight and people ain't crazy. And he just flat out and said it like, you know, what made you just, you know, because most people like, do you feel you were born that way? Like, because I, you know, I get it. The guy, he was like, no. My friend straight up said, no, nobody was born this way. It's like, now listen, there are things and situations in life that makes you fight for something more. Love is love. And when you figure out, oh, I love, and you can love this way, then you just figure out what you like. But nobody is born this way. And I was like, oh my God, if the world could hear you say that, I think the fight would end and people would know love is love. Oh my God. It's like, but a friend stated that another friend stated that some people don't have a choice. All these families, these Black families that keep secrets, they don't realize mental illness is real. People can be messing with your son, with your little boys, your nephews. They can be messing with your kids. And at a young age, by the time you're old enough to speak up for yourself, you like it.
Mm.
Especially if that's a man's main spot. That's the one right there.
Yeah,
All that other mediocre shit
that's
is
why.
mediocre.
Yeah, that's
It's
why you got to protect
mediocre.
the kids. Period. Like you gotta.
And this
You.
world comes about, to me, it comes about. It's so many men who are uncomfortable with that. That if I dress like this and if I look like this, because there are men that are comfortable dressing like this and look like this, but if I do, he's more comfortable with me. Because no matter how people want to put it, it's gonna get to the point to where it's fully accepted without a but, or it's accepted here, just not here. It's not accepted. People are so afraid of what others think, and not so much as what others think, what other people could do. It's what people are doing outside of the dislike. Like the fact that a human being can dislike something or the way that a person is, they will try to destroy you. I didn't want to have kids when I was in college. I didn't want to get pregnant. I didn't want an STD. I didn't want to make a man to think that, oh, we're going to get married. We were young. I wanted to be with someone and enjoy the moment. I want to have a friendship. But everybody want to get married. Everybody want to do this. And it's nothing to nobody, but how'd that work out for you? And there's no offense to nobody. It's just that's not a life I wanted to live. So I was ridiculed for wanting to get off still. You said we could talk real. I had a girlfriend. And I feel like if you're going to be gay, you don't just be gay if you find a girl that just like girls. You be gay. I found me a pretty girl. She was pretty. Loved her. Woo. Smart too. Now that I'm older, I know like that girl was way older than me.
How do you use them?
You did? Okay. Way older than me. Way manipulation at its best, but baby free, STD free. I was able to do what I needed to do still in the midst of figuring it out. Because if I went places and the establishment or the organization did not help me, it hindered me. I'm gonna just put it like this. If people were too busy on trying to nitpick, he wanted toys, trying to nitpick drama or issues or something wrong with me, then something wrong with you. Because at the end of the day, everybody need help, and my journey is my journey. It don't have to look like yours.
Yeah,
and I'm definitely about to get one of them bugaboos from college to
see. I
wasn't ready to be nobody's wife, baby.
See, that's the thing right there. You know how we having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was telling you.
I'm sorry, Ken.
No, you good. That's what I was telling you. How my mindset has changed.
Are you ready to play?
Like I used to get mad at people. You know what I'm saying, for feeling the type of way about, you know what I'm saying, gay people, this people, or whatever. Like, I used to be so mad at people. But now it's like, bruh, I can't control how other people feel. So now I just stay where I'm at. You feel what I'm saying? And the people that I'm around, that's the people that's for me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, the people that's for me is for me. So I don't even make no noise with nothing. Like, I look at life just differently, man. I just look at life differently. I'm just grateful for understanding, having a mind shift, and understanding the only person I need to worry about is me, and just being kind to people, and just being nice to people. And I don't like. I know when people are trying to force things on me. Like, when people be extra nice to me, it feel weird.
Especially when you know them too. Look, this thing got good. I got my popcorn.
Hey, listen, eat your popcorn. Like I don't know. It's just like feel weird to me. Like, I really like, if I'm not with my old lady or whatever, because I'm up here with her now and she's at work. But I like just sitting here in the dark and being creative. I just like coming up with different ideas and stuff. I'm fine with being by myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm on Facebook or whatever, everything I do now, I do it with intentions. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing a post, it's intentional. You know what I'm saying? I just don't waste my time. I just don't do that no more. I just think everything I do, you know what I'm saying? I want somebody to get something positive from it. Instead of just being petty and going back and forth with people, tagging people in posts, I really don't care. I have my tribe. I have the people that's for me. And I'm okay with not having a best friend. I'm okay with fitting out. I'm okay with everything. I'm okay. This is my life. This is the happiest I ever been because I love myself. I finally know what it is to love yourself. Self-love is the best love. I don't care about how nobody else view me. I don't care if people don't want to talk to me anymore. I don't care no more. Like, I don't give a fuck no more. That's where I'm
That's
at
their
in life.
business.
Yeah,
Like,
so that, yeah.
you can't let anybody rent any free space in your mind, baby.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, Gigi. Like, I'm in a place that I'm gonna want to continue to grow. Like with my platform, like I'm always thinking of different ways, you know what I'm saying? Different ways I can help people. What can I do? Like, I know it's people out there that has stories that has been through a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? This platform is for that. And if I can't use my platform to help people, then what is this platform for? It's not just for one particular group of people, it's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody want to put you in a box and say, what's your niche?
It's
I am the
us.
niche. Exactly.
It's for all of us.
Yes, I am the niche. What's your niche? I don't have a niche. Everybody can talk about whatever they want on the platform. Like, when you get a niche, it's like you fitting in a box. Yo, just think outside the box, man. I'm not meant to be put in the box. You know what I'm saying?
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, I love how you said that, because I'll tell people in a heartbeat, hey, I found my niche. But just because I found my niche, that don't mean I'm working miracles around it. When you're doing what you figure you're supposed to be doing and you're giving back, like, you're being an advocate for God. You work miracles around that. I am the teacher that has the best edge control, Hicks, and the brushes and the combs, and they love Miss Taylor. So I love that kids think I'm lit. So every little girl comes and get their ponytail done. You don't get to come to school with a scarf in my class. You don't get to walk around like that because you are a person. So just because I teach, I'm more than a teacher. Kids have body spray, deodorant. I purchase school shirts and things like that. I keep them in my drawer. I get discounts. Why not? If I can order me some DoorDash, I can order the kids something. Thanks. I also teach them financial literacy.
I love it.
We have an online banking account. So I purchase things from like Shein. You know how you can buy stuff for like $1, $9, get a whole pack. So I purchase things and they can buy this stuff. So they walk around so fly, so awesome. They want to come to class on time because that's the only time you can use the store. So you just create a world for kids that makes them want to learn, that makes them want to do things.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that, babe. Because this right here, you know, your song, your jingle when you come in, if this show is for people that can feel that. This show is for people that feel that they can identify that. But this show is also for people that don't even understand that that's who they can be, that you should feel this way. This show is for everybody. Everybody.
Yes,
it's some of everything. So much fruit. You give away so many gifts from health, finance, love. Oh my God. I love watching it. It's like the fact that people will watch The View, or what's that show, the talk that they fired Tamar from?
I don't even I don't even know, because you know what I'm saying, it's like if you really,
it's a popular one, but I'm just saying, like, this is your show. This is your show, and people should tune in. It's no different. And to be honest, like, the things that we talked about and the other instances that I was hoping you'll be comfortable with, you might get you a little Breakfast Club flavor to this too. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about where you're going.
Bruh, you know what? Somebody else, was that maybe? I don't know, but somebody else said something about the Breakfast Club. Like, somebody else, I don't know who it was, but somebody else was like, yo, it could be kind of like the Breakfast Club type. I don't know who it was, but they said the same thing to me. You know what I'm saying? But see, I'm on the vibe. I want to be on the vibe where it's not about gossiping and talking about this person and that person. I want to be on the vibe of actually listening to people, actually finding solutions to help people, and actually just being on a positive frequency. I want to be on a different
Yeah, we're
frequency.
not making
Everybody,
nobody cry. We're definitely not making nobody
yeah.
cry. That's not what we
Yeah,
do. No,
I don't
ma'am.
want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, this platform isn't to bash people.
Respect,
Yes, it's about
respect.
respect. Yes,
And we don't care
respect.
about the people view. I don't care if it's been memed and laughed at. That ain't what. That's not what this is.
Yeah, this is
Unless they want to talk about that.
facts. So that's what I'm on, man. And you know, and it's for kids too. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. You know, so I'm excited for tomorrow morning. I am so excited. I am so excited for Josiah to be up here at 9 o'clock in the morning. I
He
am so
forwarded to so
excited.
many people. I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, like man, it was just everything, just vibing with him, and I appreciate you for even, you know what I'm saying, allowing him to converse with me and be on a part of this platform. I'm grateful for
Mhm.
that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, yo, because like when he was playing the music, you know what I'm saying, while he was playing the keys, I just had my eyes closed and it was just so calming. You know what I'm saying? And I want people to understand how powerful kids are. You know what I'm saying? Kids are really powerful. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, they are the leaders of the world. Like, you gotta you gotta push
Yeah.
kids and let them understand, like, yo, you are of greatness. You know what I'm saying? So we want to build kids up so when they get older, we
Yep.
won't have to fix them and they have to go to mental health for 2.5 years and do this and do that. You already have kids that believe in themselves and understand about self-love and self-worth and understanding I am creative. I don't have to be like that person. I could be like myself. I'm gonna stay in my own lane. I am the creator of my life. So like I said, I appreciate you for coming to the platform. Man, you got to come back. We got to do this more often, just having a
I would
conversation.
love it.
Yeah,
This
most
is so
definitely,
awesome.
man. I appreciate you. I love you. You're an amazing person.
You too. This was
Family
freaking
for life,
awesome.
man. Family for life, man. That's key,
Always.
bro. Like family for life. I don't care. Like, family. Like, you always been nice to me. You always,
For life. Four
yeah,
fingers. For life.
yeah, flow, fly, flow, for sure.
I'm really
So,
not gangster.
but listen, let the people know how they can follow you, and you know what I'm saying, and you know if they want to donate to you, you know what I'm saying, with your kids and everything like that you have going on in the
Oh.
school system. Like, how can they help you, because it's amazing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? The kids are blessed to have you in their
Mhm.
lives. Like what can the people do to help you? So put it out there so the people can know.
Okay. Well, I my own personal platforms. I am on social media. I'm on Facebook. As Jin Jin, right? As stated in this podcast. All right. On Why Not Us? I love this. And I am FN, like the letters F is in Frank, N is in Nancy, F and Contagious on Instagram. That platform.
Hold on, give me a second. You said F, because I'm actually typing it in the
Oh yeah.
yeah, so it's F.
Yep. F and then N is in Frank. I'm sorry, N is in Nancy, F is
Uh-huh.
in Frank, N is in Nancy, and Contagious.
Okay. FN Contagious.
Yep.
And that's
F and
on IG?
Contagious. Yep.
Got you. Putting it in here right now. I'm doing all that so they can,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, know how to, just follow you, contact you, you know what I'm saying? This is a beautiful spirit.
Also, if they want me to promote like their business, I'll put it up there. So I did realize I have a huge following base, and a lot of people contact me. They always ask for me to become an ambassador or something. So I definitely want to, and it's free. I don't charge. I know people do some crazy stuff. It's social media. Just if you DM me, right, I'll go ahead and put you on there. make your video, whatever you want. Send me a DM, say, hey, let me know that you're from Why Not Us, and I will post it for you. I'll put it in the stories, and I'll post it as a reel, and it will stay on there, okay? Stay on there on that page.
What's good? Hold on. What's good? Fam, what's good with you? Yo, you know you like my jingle. He's the one that made it for me. He's the one that created it. 2B.
Really?
Yes. And look, he can sing it.
Hi.
Yes, he's the one that created.
We love it, okay?
Yes.
You had my baby dancing. Like, he was seriously dancing.
Yes, he can sing.
That's what's up. You're
can
awesome,
sing.
guy.
Yeah, he could sing. He could sing. He could sing. So I had to most definitely, you know what I'm saying, show some love to you, fam.
Yes. Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I'm here for all of that. I'm here for it.
And he played the piano too, and he played the keyboard too, and Josiah played the keyboard. So fam, you most definitely got to check out Josiah in the morning.
Tell him to come on in the morning. He's gonna hey Kendall, I'm going to allow you to play both of his songs. You could play one, you know, in the beginning, the other in the end, however you choose to. Cause like it's one thing to just catch him excited doing his music. It's usually Josiah makes the best music when he's at peace. He doesn't like noise. So if he's just showing off, you're just gonna get him kind of like just doing stuff. So yeah, I definitely want you to play his music.
I got you.
Definitely.
You already know the vibes, man. I most definitely will, man. I got you. So
I'm so here for it. Now the things that I do mostly for the kids, it comes from my actual LLC. It's called Jen Wins LLC. Now I use all of my proceeds from my business to fund what I do for the kids, Jen's kids. I believe the kids win all day. So if you do want to donate, you're more than welcome. I have a Cash App. Right. And cool thing is, if you do something through Cash App as well, I do something for the businesses or whatnot. Those of you who are business oriented or who are looking for, and I'm not talking about those paid out things and fake things. We have people and businesses that look to gift people. So with things like that, I like to put you guys in a pool. All right. Also, just DM me your Cash App too. You don't have to donate to me for this. You can DM me your Cash App so I can put you in some of those Fortune 500 businesses that pull names to donate $500 or things like that to you. So my Cash App is Jenny V, GENNIE, V as in Victor, 87. But still, regardless, whether you want to donate or not, DM me your Cash App, DM me your business spills, your products, whatever you want to get out here, so I can get it out here for you. That's what it's about.
Yeah, for sure. So it's GENNIEV 87.
Yep.
I bet. Got that.
Yes, sir. You can.
Hey, I got something else for you, Josiah. Just stay right here. I got something else for you. We're gonna play the outro.
Joey.
So here you go, man. Like I said, I appreciate you for coming to the podcast. You know the vibes. I got something for you, Joey. So it's love and light. You ready?
Yeah.
You can be what you wanna be. See what you wanna see.
Ready, Joe?
Hey. Go where you wanna go. Oh. Why not? Why not us? Why not us? Why not? Why not us with Ken J? Why Not Us podcast with Ken J.